It is now nearing to the end of 2025. That means that looking back at the early of the year, what happened to your 2025 goal? How old are you now? And as 2026 is nearing, you will be thinking that, alright, now I'm going to create my goal for 2026. What would that be? And always that you wanted to see how can you be successful in creating the goal. Lately, I just been rereading again this book, Tiny Habit from BJ Fogg. The reason is that I wanted to create some sort like something that I can teach it out so that you can know what is it. But in the gist that setting goals are very important because it starts with your desire, with your need, with your aspiration. That is always good. You might be setting goal like I want to be a millionaire. 1 million are really, really far away. How are you going to get the 1 million? That is the key point that you need to think about. In Tiny Habit, it's split into 3 different categories. So first, it means about selection. You need to be known about what your aspiration is. What are your big audacious goals that you wanted to create? Then you will start to explore options. What you can do in order to reaching that goal. And the most important part on the first selection part, you also need to know what are the kind of behavior, habit, actions that you can take to inch you nearer to the aspiration. That's number 1. And then you could, step number 2 is much more on design. And as what this book mentioned, Tiny Habit, one thing why it block you from doing the behavior or habit is because it is really difficult to do a certain habit. For example, to get a 1 million, you must say that I need to earn like 100,000 a month. How are you going to get 100,000 a month, right? So what are the small, tiny habit, behavior that you can create so that you can inch near to the aspiration? And BJ Fogg mentioned about start with small, the tiny habit. What is the smallest thing that you can do to create that habit? And then you need to find a good prompt. You need to find a good trigger. When are you going to do it? So it's possible you can bake in into the existing triggers that you have. Like if you are brushing your teeth every morning, you can say that after brushing my teeth every morning, I'm going to do 1 push-up. So if your goal to get 1 million is probably through what I'm doing right now, creating YouTube video, getting income from SN. After I sit down, after my day, I sit down on this chair, and then what I'm going to do is to turn on my camera. That's it. Simple, easy triggers. Sit down and turn on my camera. So that is the tiny habit, is turn on the camera. The prompt is to sit down on the chair. After that's done, we will need to go to the third stage, which is called it implement. Implement is this thing that BJ Fogg mentioned that you need to celebrate. You need to feel accomplished. You need to make sure that the endorphin will come out in your mind, encourage you to do the tiny habit and reinforce them into yourself, right? So like give yourself a good high five if that works for you, and probably says that you are great. Something like that, simple and workable, that is perfect for you as long as it works. So first you select what your aspiration is, and then you design it, your small tiny habits, and also your prompt, design your prompts, and finally you also implement. And after you've gone through this, it's also important to reflect. Which one works for you, do that more. Which one don't, you might want to modify and figure out why it is not working. Alright. So again, as 2026 is coming, if you are still wanted to be more successful than what you have, creating your tiny habit, stick with it, and as soon you will reach to your goal, which what you want. Now you learn about it, probably it excites you to explore more. Do explore more and see how this thing is going to help you. Again, if you like video like this, I will encourage you to check out one of the video I listed here. It will help you in your manifestation, which is also really useful for you if you go on. And do put your comment in the comment section. What is your goal? What's your habits that you want to build out of it? Until next time, my name is Billy Chan, and I want to wish you, when the rest of your life, be the best of your life. Bye bye.